Well, since you brought up Kodak's name, there was a interrogation footage that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me about that.
Jack Boy dropped Kodak's interrogation, and it did absolutely nothing. It dropped at the best and worst time, right? The best for Kodak, the worst for Jack Boy, because Fuck the Streets came right after, so nobody cares.
Yeah, it didn't even really hit my radar, I'll be honest. As I'm going through the notes, I'm like, oh, there's interrogation footage, really?
Yeah, it didn't hit any radars. It's like, it just came out and everyone was like, bro, so many people got exposed, nobody cares. Like,
okay, was there something specific that Kodak said in that footage?
I mean, he said a lot of things. So basically, I got called out by Jack Boy for not dropping a video on it. So that's actually what made me drop the video, was people were like, oh, he's calling you out. But really, he was like, yo, I need my boy 1090 Jake to cover this and break it down. So Kodak, his house got robbed and they broke into his safe. They stole his jewelry. Kodak apparently went around the neighborhood trying to find out who did it. Grabbed some kid up, beat him up, made him tell him where the other kids were, whatever. So Kodak ends up getting picked up on like a kidnapping. He got charges basically for beating up this kid, throwing him in the car, trying to figure out who took his shit, right? The kid's 17, Kodak had just turned 18. So that's why it was on a minor, right? In the midst of that, when he's in the interrogation room, the whole time he's like, look, they took my shit. I just want my shit back. If we can just make this all go away, I'm cool with that. But they the ones that took my shit. So he goes through the story of telling the police, I went to this dude said these 4 people did it, yada, yada, yada. I went looking for those 4 people, et cetera, et cetera. And then the police are asking him, yo, who was your friend that helped you? He's like, oh, I don't want to name him, whatever. And then he ended up naming his friend that helped throw the kid in the car. So the friend never got charged in the case, but he did name him, Pito. He named somebody else that Jack Boy actually knew. And yeah, I mean, that's how it played out.
I mean, isn't that telling?
Fuck the streets. Fuck them.
Right. So you're talking about a crime you were arrested for, and you start to name your co-conspirators as well as other people you involved in this crime.
Well, he named the people that robbed him.
This looks like snitching to me, from my point of view.
It doesn't count though.
Why?
Because it's too late. It just doesn't count anymore. Like if this was like 2 years ago, this shit would have been everywhere. But it doesn't matter anymore.
Do you know why snitching doesn't matter anymore in 2026?
Tell me.
Because common sense has been injected into the conversation. I think that at first it was this taboo topic, like, ooh, no one's snitching, we're not snitching, no one's snitching, this is a bunch of non-snitches in our circle. And then all the stories come out and all the videos come out, and most people watch this and say, yeah, I probably would have done the same thing.
Academics was just talking about this the other night, and I agree with them. The streets don't run the streets anymore. The internet runs the streets.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So what you do in the streets is being judged by people whose only access to the streets is the internet. So they are going to come up with the most common sense answer to everything because they're not in it anyways. To them, it doesn't even make sense to do what you're doing. So the same people that are calling you pussy for not sliding and pussy for snitching, they're not ever going to slide. They're not going to snitch because they're not going to get involved in anything where they'd have to snitch. But God forbid they did, they're telling on everybody. And the thing is now, the streets are being judged by the internet, and it's essentially falling victim to the internet. Everybody wants to prove something to the internet. So it's like the motherfuckers that's in the streets abiding by a code, They're trying to impress a facade that has nothing to do with their lifestyle. It's just coming back to bite them in the ass.
Yeah. Can you think of a single criminal case involving a rapper where social media did not play a major role in the overall evidence of it?
No.
See what I mean? Social media is always involved in one way or another, whether it's the person doing it themselves, talking about it, going on live, admitting to the crimes, showing off stolen contraband, whatever else, or there's DMs, messages on Instagram that get subpoenaed by the government and so forth. For example, that's how Casanova got hemmed up.
Yeah.
He was sending DMs through Instagram about illegal activities. That to me is crazy, but it just is what it is at this point.
Yeah.